It was at her own funeral service that this happened. The woman's eyes are visibly open, and this is terrifying. The onlookers stay calm and try to lift the lid to get to her. In the split second, her eyes are closed again. This was beyond creepy and the kind of video that sends a deep chill down your spine when you see it. How do we begin to make sense out of this? Security cameras at her job captured the woman walking, and in the next moment something unexpected happens. Her hair gets very violently tugged. The pull was so strong that we see her react to it. She turns her head and moves to the side, stopping to look around and figure out what just happened. Some say that animals are aware of other things that humans can't perceive. This video might prove that to be true. In the short clip, we see a couple of dogs notice something hovering above the ground and moving off into the distance. They give it their full attention and seem to be captivated by it, barking and not letting it alone. We don't know what that was. It is strange. Video posted online stating, "I found this under my son's bed. A strange, clear, jelly-like creature is being pushed away by a broom. The question is, what is that? Have you ever seen anything like this before? If you know what that was, please tell us in the comments below."
First man who turned to his accomplice, as if mentioning the camera before knocking on the door made the situation even more sinister. Did they have innocent intentions, or were they indeed in the wrong house? In the early hours of October 16th in Kent, Washington, a couple faced what could only be described as a nightmare. After a peaceful night at the casino, they returned home, unaware they had been followed. Security cameras captured the husband unlocking the door. But only seconds later, the wife noticed something that made her freeze and placed an armed man was approaching. She reacted quickly, rushing inside and locking the door. In panic, they watched the suspect furiously hit the camera with his gun until he destroyed it. But the nightmare didn't end there. Another man appeared, making it clear this duo had sinister intentions. Fortunately, the couple escaped unharmed. Authorities later identified the armed man as Al Hussein, an 18-year-old who was arrested days later and faced several charges, including first-degree robbery. He pleaded not guilty, but the terror this couple experienced is undeniable. The lingering question remains, had they been followed from the casino, or was the attack random? And what would the men have done if they had gained entry? Now let's dive into something even more eerie and inexplicable. A TikToker named Nolan Brock captured a bizarre moment on his home security camera. The video, recorded while Nolan was peacefully on the couch around 1:39 a.m., shows the pantry doors beginning to open on their own. Accompanying this was a cracking or banging sound from inside the pantry. Still half asleep, Nolan initially thought it was just a draft and tried to go back to sleep. However, what happened next defied logic. At 1:43 a.m., one of the pantry doors suddenly slammed shut with enough force to eliminate any possibility of a simple draft. The loud sound echoed through the house, leaving Nolan with a racing heart and the unsettling feeling that something inexplicable was happening. Needless to say, Nolan didn't spend the rest of the night on the couch. This incident intrigued his TikTok followers, raising many questions about what could have caused such an event. In another chilling encounter, a woman named Caitlin was spending a normal day at the park with her son when she noticed something strange. Two men in a truck seemed to be discreetly following her. As she walked home, trying to stay calm, she decided to take a different route and entered through the back door to avoid them learning where she lived. 3 days later, Caitlin left town for a short trip. During her absence, her home's doorbell camera captured the same men at her front door at 3 a.m. They rang the doorbell several times, as if checking if anyone was home. Caitlin's husband, who had been sleeping, didn't realize the men had been there until he reviewed the footage the next day.
Late at night, when everything is still and quiet, strange things can happen. So many things can't be explained, but this video might make you wonder. Just when you think you're alone, the camera catches something unexpected. Ever feel like someone's watching you? These might confirm it. Você yet? Sammy here. It's all fine until something moves on its own. In the darkness, some secrets refuse to stay hidden. Keep the lights on for this one if you dare. Used when it feels safe, something strange happens again. Did you see that? Or was it just a shadow playing tricks? Not everything is what it seems, especially when the paranormal is involved. One moment, you're alone. The next, maybe not. This is the kind of thing that keeps you awake, questioning what's real. They say cameras don't lie, but after this, you might think twice. That whisper you heard? Let's hope it was just the wind. Or was it? The scariest part? This place wasn't even supposed to be haunted. Sometimes, the most terrifying things are the ones you never see coming. When lights flicker or the room feels colder, you start to wonder if you're really alone. Cameras often catch what the eyes miss, shadows, strange movements, or moments that make your heart race. Is it just the wind, or did you hear a whisper? The line between our world and the unknown is thinner than we think, and sometimes, it lifts just enough to show us a glimpse of what's beyond. Every creak, every gust of wind feels eerie when there's a chance it's not natural. You tell yourself it's nothing, but deep down, you know better. That is a reason people warn against messing with the unknown. Once you open that door, it might never close. The feeling of being watched grows stronger with each strange moment caught on tape. Shadows seem darker, and silence feels heavy, like the air itself is alive. Then, suddenly, something happens, a door moves, a figure appears, or a voice echoes. The camera sees it all, but it can't protect you. Do you really want to know what's out there? Late at night, when the world sleeps, the spirits wake. You can try to explain it away, but some things don't have a logical answer. A shadow moves, a face flickers in the mirror, or something brushes your skin. It's a fear that digs deep, leaving you wondering if you'll ever feel safe again. The worst part? No one believes you until they see it too. The night holds more than darkness, it's a time when the boundaries between the living and the dead blur. Maybe it's just the house settling, or maybe it's not. Every time the camera rolls, you half expect to see something unexplainable, a shadow, a slammed door, or a whisper from nowhere. That creeping dread? It's real. You're not alone, even when it seems like you are. When you explore the paranormal, you're taking a risk. Flickering lights, strange sounds, and cold spots aren't just random, they're warnings. But curiosity pulls you forward, even when everything inside tells you to stop. You keep going, hoping to capture proof of the unknown. But some things are better left unseen. Once you notice them, they notice you back, and they don't forget. The scariest part isn't always what you see, it's what you can't see. The camera moves through an empty room, and at first, nothing seems unusual. Then, a shadow flickers, a figure appears for a moment, and it's gone. But the memory stays, haunting you. Every noise or unexplained movement takes you back, and the fear grows. Deep down, you know something is out there, waiting. Some places are haunted, their walls holding on to memories and spirits that won't leave. If you stumble into one, you'll know. Doors slam, cold winds brush past, and you feel us watching you. The camera captures it all, glimpses of another world breaking through. The proof is undeniable and terrifying. These experiences stay with you, long after the lights are back on. What you saw and felt replays in your mind. You tell yourself it's just your imagination, but you know better. The paranormal isn't just a story, it's real, and it's closer than you think. So the next time you hear a noise or feel a chill, remember you're not alone. Something is watching, waiting. Are you ready to find out what it is? When you start digging into the unknown, you open yourself up to things you can't fully understand. It begins with small, almost unnoticeable events, a faint knock, a shadow darting just out of view. But soon, these moments escalate. The noises grow louder, the shadows linger longer.
New occupants of this home can't figure out why the music is still coming out of these outdoor speakers when the old tenant has passed. The video is truly creepy and something that will unsettle you.
I don't know what it's connected to. Jane's tablet is dead, so it shouldn't be doing anything. I don't know how long this has been coming out of our speakers. I don't know what it's connected to. Jane's tablet is dead, so it shouldn't be doing anything.
Can you imagine waking up in the middle of the night and being confronted by this? What would be your next move after that? Things like this always happens at hospitals. Pay attention to a black shadow figure that appears on a camera. It is definitely not a person. The people around keep walking and are able to walk right through it. Was it a ghost, the shadow of death, or another lost soul? All of these are theories floating around about this bizarre capture.
wake up, wake up, wake up. Something just open the door. Aren't you waking up? Baby, wake up! Wake up! Oh God, baby. Wake up! Wake up! What the fuck? Baby! Wake up! Why the fuck are you awake? Are you okay? What the fuck?
If ever there was a nightmare scenario, this would be it. Imagine for a minute waking up alone and in the dark on a plane. How did this happen?
This airline passenger says she fell asleep during a flight and woke up to find herself totally alone at midnight on the cold, locked-up plane.
It was completely pitch black. I thought, this is a nightmare, this is not happening.
Tiffany O'Brien says she was full-on panicking on the plane, which was parked far from the terminals. When she realized she was trapped on board, she texted a friend, "I just woke up alone in plane, OMG." The friend replied, "What? Nobody woke you up? Can you get off?" Tiffany texted back, "No, the door shut, OMG. I'm stuck by myself, alone on plane." Tiffany says there was no power on the empty plane, so she couldn't charge her phone. She fumbled around in the pitch dark and made her way to the front of the aircraft and actually entered the cockpit.
I was so scared that I'm going to touch something that's wrong, but I knew I had to do something, and I found the flashlight, and I was so happy. That was like the best moment ever.
Tiffany says she got the cabin door open and used the flashlight to signal a baggage handler on the tarmac. Now the incident on board an Air Canada plane at Toronto's International Airport is raising serious security concern.
Was taken this week on the most recent tour, also taken by a professional photographer with his camera. Now at first, I didn't notice anything wrong with this photo, right? It's just a person who's walking in front of the statue and it's got a bit blurry. Except that's not a person. The man took a photo of the statue with nobody in the room. This is not a person. This is nobody on the tour. Okay, here is an enhanced image of the photograph before, and you can see that this is not like a solid, or this was not a human that was in the room. Nobody on the tour was wearing a hat. Nobody was wearing a kind of coat like that. This is not a reflection of anybody. It's not a reflection of the statue, because I don't see how that matches or would even do that. Oh, can someone explain what is going on? Now, I didn't believe in ghosts. I've never personally experienced like a ghostly supernatural experience, so I had no frame of reference. However, one of the Egyptologists that was on the group, when she saw this photo, she pointed out that this weird person here looks a hell of a lot like this Egyptian dude. Like, it's the same clothes, it's the same hat. What?
Spectral entity on the couch. While resting on the couch, this homeowner had no clue that a spectral entity was moving around him. If there ever was a reason to have nightmares, this is definitely it. Haunted doll, a test of bravery. How brave do you need to be to buy a haunted doll and place it on your bed? This man wanted to test his bravery and did just that. He recorded his experiences and was terrified when he captured this. In the sped-up video, the doll can be seen sitting up and rotating on the bed. What do you make of this eerie occurrence? Unnoticed shadow figure. They were all smiles, but nobody noticed the shadow figure that quickly ran past behind them. Captured in the background, the figure's presence adds a chilling element to an otherwise happy moment. Impossible movement outside the window. This video was captured on the second floor of an apartment. When the homeowner noticed movement outside her kitchen window, she began recording. The clip shows the outline of a person walking just outside the window, which should be impossible, right?
Take a look. The dog seems to appear out of nowhere. glances over but doesn't seem to realise what's just happened.
Ghostly experience at the coffee shop. A ghostly experience at a coffee shop. She places the cup on the counter, and then this happened. The cup is pushed off by an unseen force. Was this a ghostly encounter or a simple trick of the eye? Night stalker or sleep demon? This couple was attacked by some kind of night stalker or sleep demon. The woman was grabbed and manhandled from behind while her partner continued to sleep. What do you make of encounters like this? Could it be a figment of imagination or something more sinister? Unwanted house guest. She couldn't believe what she caught on camera. There is clearly someone in the background, hiding behind the wall. She sees them, but that shouldn't be possible since she lives alone. Who was that mysterious figure? Dog senses a terrifying entity. Look at the dog. It is seeing something that nobody inside the room can. The camera, however, captures the terrifying entity outside. It stands at the window and looks inside. Vanishing people in the darkness. In the darkness, there are a couple of people standing there. The security guard goes over to chase them off, but when the lights go on, the chilling moment becomes evident. There was no one there. Ghostly bride on the street. Some people say this looked like a ghostly bride caught running down the street, her arms extended and seeming to glide along. Was this really a creepy phenomenon or just a case of clever computer graphics manipulation? Severe night terror or possession? Was this a severe case of night terror or something else? The video shows a person asleep being twisted and pulled out of the bed. Then a variety of strange things start happening, as if he became possessed. What could explain these terrifying events? Terrifying discovery in a haunted house. When you go looking to find something scary, you shouldn't be surprised if you actually find it. This explorer was terrified out of his mind when he recorded himself investigating the house of a man who recently passed away. The truly chilling part comes when you learn the man had passed away 3 days before he was caught on this video. Was it a ghostly apparition or something even more sinister?
Siapa itu? Siapa? Astagfirullahaladzim. Siapa? Astagfirullahaladzim. Siapa? Astagfirullahaladzim. 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 Ya Allah. Astagfirullahaladzim.
Child yanked from bed by unseen force. They were asleep when something yanked the child off the bed with force. The parents, horrified, couldn't explain what happened. Was it a case of sleepwalking gone wrong? Or was there a malevolent entity in their midst? Birthday candles blown out by ghosts. She was about to blow out her birthday candles when something eerie happened. The candles went out by themselves. The moment, captured on video, left everyone at the party in stunned silence. Was it a ghostly presence making itself known? Witch or local legend? It's always unsettling to see flying creatures, but this is on another level. Some say it was a witch caught on camera, while others believe it could be a local legend from the south called a screamer. This ghostly woman is said to fly over open fields at twilight, letting out a distinctive cry. What do you think? Is this a case of supernatural activity or just a trick of the light? Exploring the unknown. Venturing into the unknown, especially places with dark histories, can yield unexpected and terrifying results. This explorer learned that firsthand. When investigating the recently deceased man's house, he encountered inexplicable phenomena. The spine-chilling discovery that the deceased man appeared on video 3 days after his death raises more questions than answers. Unseen force in the night. Imagine the horror of seeing your child yanked off the bed by an unseen force while they sleep. This incident defies logical explanation and suggests the presence Did you see that? Or was it just the shadows playing tricks again? Some things can't be explained, but this footage sure makes you wonder. Just when you think you're alone, the camera catches something else entirely. Ever feel like you're being watched? This might just confirm it. The hairs on the back of your neck standing up? Yeah, mine too.
No sé qué pase, que se pueda.
It's all fun and games until something moves that shouldn't be moving. In the dead of night, some things just can't stay hidden. You might want to keep the lights on for this one, if you dare. And just when you thought it was safe, something strange happens again. Not everything is as it seems, especially when the paranormal is involved. One moment you're alone, and the next.
Y tengo miedo de aquellos Dios, tratando de hacer lo más que se pueda. Se empezó a mover muy leve, no sé qué pasa realmente. Como pueden ver, aquí no hay nadie, absolutamente nadie. Trato y vista panorámica donde no hay nadie. No sé qué pasa, A veces estoy solo y se mueven cosas muy fuertes y muy rápidas. Voy a tratar, si pueden ver, absolutamente nadie. Panorámica. Ahí se movió el patín ya. Ahí está. Ahí está. Dios. Ahí se acaba de caer. Eso es lo que pasa en esta casa. Ahí está la vista panorámica. Para que vean que no hay truco. Para que vean, mi familia sigue dormida. Vista panorámica. Nadie. Atrás de mí, nadie.
¿Me lo quieres llevar?
Cruz, la oración,
¡Suéltalo!
Cruz, soltalo.
¡Ey! ¡Suéltalo ya!
Ve.
Déjalo dormir tranquilo. Suéltalo, déjalo.
Espere, que ya no lo puede llevar. ¿Cómo lo va a llevar?
Con la mano allá, loco. Está aquí agarrada, loco.
No, cuando lo lleve, déjalo quieto.
¿Para qué? ¿Solo puedo grabar?
No, ¿cuál grabado, bobo?
Déjelo ya.
Es como crees que...
Sí, mira.
Sí, déjalo quieto.
Sí, lo tiene, mira cómo lo tiene rojo.
Porque no lo suelta, weón. Tiene que dejarlo.
Ahí lo tiene cogido, ahí lo tiene cogido.
Espere, que ya no lo puede llevar. Weón. ¿Cómo lo va a llevar?
Ya no lo va a llevar, mano allá. Ya, déjalo.
¿Cómo crees que así?
Ey, que lo dejes quieto.
No se lo va a llevar, no se lo lleva.
Déjalo quieto.
Así mismo lo jala, mano.
Déjalo quieto. Ey, en el nombre de Cristo te digo que lo dejes quieto. ¿No escuchas? ¿Puedo escuchar? ¿No? Ah, no lo vas a dejar quieto. Déjalo quieto. Suavemente. No vas a hacer nada. Ey.
¡Prenda la luz! ¡Suéltalo! ¡Prenda la luz, ve! ¡Suéltalo! ¡Suéltalo, ve! ¡Que no la prenda! ¡Suéltalo! ¡Que ve! ¡Apagala, hombre!
¡Apague la luz! ¡Apague la luz!
¡Apague, hombre!
¡Apague la luz!
¡Suéltalo!
No deje que se lo lleve, no deje que se lo lleve, no deje que se lo lleve.
Ponelo en la cama bien, ponelo ya bien, güey. Subilo.
Su abuelita le dijo que son duendes o aluches.
They didn't see anything at first, but was sure that something was there. The uneasy feeling was there for sure, so they decided to capture this video. Pay attention to the highlighted area. They missed it at the time, but the camera did not. A small figure got caught hiding behind the pillar. She was trying to sleep, but a wicked presence just would not let her get any rest. The cameras captured what happened next. In a hospital, the patient felt something was wrong, but never noticed it until this photo was captured. Was this something naturally caused by nature, or could it have been abnormal? The internet needs answers on this one.
Dalo ahí, ahora ya quieto.
Suéltalo. Lo quiere llevar. Suéltalo.
No, no se lo lleva, no se lo lleva, no se lo lleva.
¡Ey! ¡Suéltalo ya! ¡Déjalo!
Sometimes, the scariest things are the ones you never see coming. If this doesn't give you goosebumps, I don't know what will. Some doors are better left unopened, but sometimes curiosity gets the best of us. The dark holds secrets that no one was ever meant to find. When the lights flicker and the room grows cold, you start to wonder if you're really alone. You tell yourself it's just your imagination, but then something moves in the corner of your eye. You freeze, pulse quickening, trying to convince yourself it was nothing, but deep down, you know better. There's a reason people say not to mess with the paranormal. Some doors, once opened, can never be closed. That eerie feeling like someone's watching you intensifies with every strange occurrence caught on tape. The shadows seem to grow darker, the silence heavier, as if the very air is thick with the presence of something unseen. And then, without warning, something happens that shatters the calm. An object moves on its own. A figure appears where no one should be, or a voice echoes through the room, low and menacing. The camera never lies, but it also can't protect you from what it captures. The question is, do you really want to see what's lurking in the dark? Late at night, when the world is quiet and everyone else is asleep, that's when they come out, the spirits, the restless souls, the entities that don't belong to our world. You can try to rationalize it all you want, but sometimes there's no logical explanation for what you see. A shadow that moves with a mind of its own. A face that appears in the mirror only to vanish when you turn around, or the feeling of cold fingers brushing against your skin when no one else is there. It's the kind of fear that burrows deep into your bones, leaving you wondering if you'll ever feel safe again. And the worst part? No one will believe you until they see it for themselves. The night holds more than just darkness.
Mira. Mira, yo soy todo cuidado. Mira, se sola, mira, se acá, weón. ¿Ah? Mira, cuidado. No se me espanto, cuidado. Cuidado.
Security footage of a strange event that was captured at a pub. As the man passes by, the shelf behind him suddenly exploded. It literally blew up and sent shards of bottles falling to the ground.
Here we go. Here we go.
We see the man in shock, turning around to see what just had happened. The uploader suggests that this was a result of paranormal activity. Do you agree? A video from Brazil, from more than a decade ago. Comments are torn on this one, some saying that it was real. It was an actual paranormal event caught on camera at night and witnessed by these people.
Comprei nova aí. Vermelhinha e tal. Vocês nem esperaram pra festa aí, né, mano? Meu Deus do céu, que porra é essa, velho? Mano, eu vi alguma coisa aqui, Thiago. Tem alguma coisa que passou aqui, velho.
Ih, velho.
Tô falando sério, cara. Tô falando sério. Vem aqui comigo, cara.
Tem nada aqui não.
Eu vi uma coisa assim, cara.
Tá louco, mano?
Maluco. Eu vou voltar a câmera. Eu vou voltar a câmera e você vai ver, velho. Eu vi alguma coisa aqui, Thiago. Tem alguma coisa que passou aqui, velho.
Ih, velho.
Tô falando sério, cara. Tô falando sério. Vem aqui comigo, cara.
Tem nada aqui não.
Eu vi uma coisa assim, cara.
Tá louco, mano?
She was trying to sleep, but this happened. Take a close look. What kind of creature could this possibly be? This bizarre sight went viral on social media, sparking debates everywhere. Many believe it must be man-made. Surely, it can't be real. Could it be a monkey or some other animal? Now, imagine coming home late at night and stumbling upon something like this. Just the thought is enough to send chills down your spine. What do you think it could be? Drop your theories in the comments below, and don't forget to share this video with your friends on social media. It's a mystery worth spreading. How do we explain this capture? The first image we get, it looks like a human on the ground. Suddenly, it starts changing shape and stands up to look like something more like an animal of some kind. Could this have been a shapeshifter caught on camera in the woods? Following on from the previous creepy capture, this next night vision video is equally as scary. The woman seems to be walking down the sidewalk, and then this happens. Her eyes are glowing and she starts hunching over and contorting herself in an almost painful way as she enters what we can only assume is a random house. This man disappeared and we being looked for by his family and friends. The chill part was the found footage that accompanies the story.
Um vídeo que
They claim that the place is haunted. Look carefully at the video, and you will see what happens next. There is nobody around, but the door begins to slide open all by itself. This is unsettling to say the least, especially since it was caught on video. The girls always complain about strange things happening in her room, and especially at night. Things would get knocked over and moved. They set up a security camera, and this is just some of the things that they caught. The footage captured was so compelling, it made them believe even more in the paranormal, and that something is targeting the girl.
What's the matter?
I just want to sleep with you now.
Stop. What? What's the matter?
Unexplained.
He was alone home at the time when something disturbing happened. He heard his name being called, not in an accidentally way. Something like maybe you heard it or not. His actual name was called by someone who wasn't there. This was too much to handle, and it sent him running away in terror. They caught a Bigfoot looking at them from beyond the tree line in the woods. This would have left more terrified than you would have been able to believe. Lucky for them that the creature kept its distance and didn't come any closer. Also lucky for us, the entire thing was captured on HD video. This is just crazy. What do you think of this? Could this store be haunted? They captured things moving around after closing. Not only that, but there were what looked like full-bodied apparitions hovering in full view of the camera. They caught something that looks like a giant bat hanging from a tree. It is too big to be an animal, and the human characteristics that it has makes it very scary. Could it have been some kind of Halloween decoration, a movie prop, or even a public prank on people passing by? Who can really tell? What do you think that this really was? If you say that it was a vampire, then this is reason to be even more scared. This doll is haunted and it moves on its own. This is creepy and very chilling to witness. The doll would move around inside the glass case, constantly twisting and moving around. Imagine a lifeless figure trapped in a glass case, but instead of remaining motionless, it twists, shifts, and creeps around inside, almost like it's alive. You turn away for just a moment, and when you look back, it's in a different position. The constant movement, subtle yet unmistakable, makes your heart race as you realize you're not imagining it. It's real, and it's watching you. deeper investigation. The next footage is downright eerie, the kind of unsettling moment that leaves you with goosebumps. In the blink of an eye, something inexplicable occurs. You can't help but hold your breath, wondering what's going to happen next. But here's the thing, even those who thought they'd seen it all weren't ready for what comes next. Keep your eyes on the person in the video. There's something happening there that defies all logic. The people who witnessed this firsthand are still in shock. Do you see what they saw? Can you make sense of it? Or are you just as baffled? Sure, the video quality might not be top-notch, but what it shows is clear enough to get people talking. Some are already convinced this is solid proof of the paranormal. The footage may be a bit shaky, but the camera manages to focus just enough to reveal what's really going on. We don't